Hi guys, it's Jody. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna make some tortilla with mince meat fillet. Okay, so in my bowl right here I'm using two different mince meat. I'm gonna use one that have 15% of fat and the next one have 20% of fat. Okay, I also have some cheese here. I have some mozzarella and cheese mix and red Leicester cheese. Okay, you can always use whatever cheese you have. These are all of my herbs. Here I have one onion that I finely chopped, 4 cloves of garlic, 1 tomato, and at least 1 teaspoon of fresh thyme. You can always use the bottle thyme. And these are all of my seasoning. Here I have 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, and 1 teaspoon of all-purpose seasoning. Yes. And these are my tortilla. And I'm gonna use the corn one. Okay, you can always use this one also. This is the flour one. Okay, yes. So I'm just gonna add just a bit of seasoning to my mince meat. You just want to make sure that you blend it all in. And I'm just gonna add at least 1 teaspoon. Okay, then I'm just gonna take my hand and just mix it all up just a bit. My hand is already washed, guys. Okay, I'm just gonna add just a bit more seasoning to it. Okay, you don't have to season up perfect, just add in just a bit. So that's done. So I just add my pan on my stove, and to my pan, guys, I add at least 3 spoons of olive oil. Okay, you can always use vegetable oil. So now I'm just gonna firstly add my onions and my garlic. You're just gonna allow it to saute, guys, just for for at least 1 minute or so. Okay, yes, but just make sure it doesn't burn. So just after 1 minute, now I'm gonna add my tomatoes. Okay, then I'm gonna add at least 1 teaspoon of my seasoning. Give it a stir. Oh my goodness, it smells so good. The onion, the garlic, I wish you guys could smell it. It smells amazing. So just after a couple seconds, as you had your tomato, now I'm gonna add my mince meat. Okay, just gonna mash it out in your pan like so. You just want to leave it, guys, like so for at least 3 minutes, okay? So just after 3 minutes, guys, that's what it look like. As you can see, it's starting to make a lot of water, okay? So that's fine. So now I'm gonna add my fresh thyme. And what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna do like this, just to take the thyme leaf off, because you don't want all these things to get into it, yeah? And I'm also gonna add some dark soya sauce, at least 1 to 2 tablespoons, and I'm gonna add all my remaining seasoning, okay? And you just want to stir it all in. Just turn it over. Guys, it smells so good. I'm gonna also add at least 1 teaspoon of paprika, smoked paprika. So guys, as you can see, it's making all these fat. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna remove as much of the fat as possible, because I'm gonna fry my tortilla with this fat, okay? So you just want to remove it. Just make sure there's no minced meat in there, okay? So as soon as I remove most of the fat, now I'm gonna add some ketchup, okay? At least 2 spoons of ketchup. And I'm gonna also add just a bit of browning, not a lot, to give it some color. Because I did have a lot of dark soya sauce, so I'm just gonna use browning. And I'm also gonna add at least half teaspoon of my jerk seasoning, okay? This is the wet jerk from the bottle. You don't need a lot, guys, because it's super spicy. And you're just gonna mix it all in. This is totally optional, but I'm gonna add at least 1 teaspoon of my Worcestershire sauce, okay? So this is how you want it, guys. You don't want a lot of liquid to be in your pan. I'm not gonna cover my pot, because if I cover it, it's gonna make too much liquid. Because you know, mince meat doesn't take long to cook. But just make sure that you keep stirring it, okay? I'm telling you guys, it looks super delicious. So good. I'm just gonna leave it like that and just keep turning it for at least every 2 minutes or so, okay? So my mince meat, guys, is all finished, and this is what it looks like. As you can see, no liquid is there, and that's exactly how you want it. Perfect. If it need any salt, any more all-purpose seasoning, black pepper, you can always add just a bit, okay? And remember to always taste to your liking. Yes, but this is perfect for me. It tastes absolutely delicious. So I'm just gonna turn my stove off. And just cover it up and leave it as that, okay? So this is the fun part. Here I have a pot on the stove. This is a very flat pot that I'm using. So my stove, guys, is on a medium heat. So what I'm gonna do, that oil, that fat that I use to, you know, cook my minced meat, now I'm gonna add it to my pot, like so. This fat from the mincemeat, guys, gonna give your tortilla so much flavor, okay? So that's the reason why I'm doing it. So I'm just gonna take my brush, and you just wanna brush it all over. And I'm just gonna add, so now I'm just gonna add my tortilla. And you're just gonna leave it, guys, just for a couple of seconds, okay? So just after a couple of seconds, I'm just gonna flip it over. So I'm just gonna add just a small amount of my minced meat filling. You don't need a lot, okay? Then I'm gonna add my cheese. Gonna add some of the yellow one also. And what you wanna do now, guys, you wanna take your time and try and flip it, okay? Like so. Just press it down. I'm just gonna add some more of my oil. So guys, now I'm just gonna take my time and just flip it over. Oh my gosh, guys, do you see that? It looks super delicious. So nice, so golden. That's exactly how you want it. The cheese is melting so perfect. Just leave it, guys, for a couple of seconds and you can just remove it, okay? Make sure your stove is on a low heat because you don't want it to burn up. Yes. I'm gonna flip it back over. So as you can see, guys, the cheese is all melting, okay? And this is how you want it. So now this one is finished. So I'm just gonna remove it, okay? Just take your time. Oh my goodness, it is so good. I mean, look at the cheese, guys. And you just want to carry on with the same process, okay? So for this one, I'm gonna add 2 tortillas, okay? Instead of 1, I'm gonna add 2. Push it up some more. And plate it all up. I just add some lime just for presentation. Oh my goodness, guys, honestly, it look amazing. I hope you guys do try this recipe. Your families, your friends, everyone are gonna enjoy it. It is so good. I'm just gonna add some parsley, which is totally optional. And there you have it, guys. Oh my goodness, this is amazing. I cannot wait to heat it. This is super, super delicious. I'm just gonna break into it. Do you see that? Oh my goodness. Oh, look at that, guys. This is amazing. It look at that cheese. Oh my goodness. This recipe is a must try. It's so, so, so good. So now I'm just gonna taste it for you guys. Honestly, guys, this is super, super delicious. I'm telling you, this is the best tacos I ever made. It is so, so good. It is so cheesy. The flavor of the minced meat, oh my gosh, the taco is not too crispy. It's just perfect. Guys, please comment below and tell me if you try this recipe, okay? I thank you all so much for watching. Please like, share. Thank you.